All right, guys, good evening. We're on YouTube, so YouTube again. Again, hopefully this is all working well. It's been a few days now that we're obviously bringing this live to you. So WolfPack live on a daily basis, 6 o'clock. Tell me how it's going, you know what I mean? Like I said before, and we've just come off Instagram. The thing with Instagram and Facebook, as we all know, you get notifications of when you're live and when you're doing activities. So I now understand YouTube a lot, and I can understand when you watch videos, always at the beginning, the guys are going, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I kind of get it, because at the end of the day, when you subscribe, it means you'll probably get a notification, and it kind of makes a lot of sense. So we are also hopefully very soon going to be able to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. The only problem is there's just another subscription. We just everyone wants money from you. I'm like, come on guys, I'm doing this for free just to try and help the community. My God. So again, there is a software out there that links them both. So you can actually do them live at the same time, which is absolutely fantastic. Hey, we got Teresa in tonight. Absolutely brilliant. So you've upgraded, Teresa, from Facebook to YouTube. I'm going to get you on TikTok in no time. On the word of TikTok, who's on it? Teresa, you're definitely not. Khaled, you're not on TikTok, are you? Afra, you definitely are. It's nuts. Now, for those that, if anyone knows when Facebook kicked off, how many years ago was that? 90s, 2000s? It's got to be 10 plus years, 15 years maybe. Now, remember at the beginning, because everyone had this whole thing about obviously liking people, liking friends, and friends liked you, and you stuck stuff up, and you know, people obviously made a huge success out of it. Especially at the beginning, just because your audience grew so quick, and it grew. I have no idea how it grew. So Facebook now just really tough. I don't understand it, and everyone just says the only way you can make Facebook and Instagram work is by paid ads, or you pay likes. But I'm not doing that. But you pay for your ads, or anything that you post up, you boost, you give Facebook and Instagram money. Boom. Okay, I kind of get that. YouTube, a bit more contemporary, takes time, and I kind of get it because people are obviously watching your audience. All right, someone's ringing me. So but TikTok is off the scale. We've been sticking some stuff up at the moment, and I think I might have told you the story. Tia was like saying to me a few months ago, I think about 3 or 4 months ago, look, you should have a TikTok account. And someone else, Khaled, do you know Khaled Almari? He's an absolute superstar here, massive on social media, worked really hard for it, got massive 1 million+ followers. I saw when he went on and he said, look, this is the next best thing when it comes to social media, telling a story. So we've stuck some stuff up, and I'm not sure if you can see the screen, so I'll go on to TikTok. We posted one video. Where's it gone? It's 685,000 views. Most of our stuff is like 2,000-3,000, some's 100,000, some are 20,000. We stuck Rio up, me walking with him the other day, or running with him. That's up at 24,000 already. So it's brilliant. And the great thing is, you know, I think maybe it's good for kids, because kids are seeing the videos. I'm not sure, hopefully most of the stuff is appropriate, but it seems a little bit of a fun channel. So anyway, TikTok seems to be a great way, and we're just trying to figure out how to get an audience from there who might want to join Climb with Rio. But you can, if you correct me if I'm wrong, 2004, Zoe. Wow, my God, 2004. Okay, wow, okay. So 16 years ago, that was for Facebook. So it's getting there. It's absolutely quite cool. So again, another medium for us. In the meantime, we're on YouTube. Just want to thank everyone for coming on here tonight. I'll try not waffle on too long, just because it's kind of like the weekend, and just kind of run you through the day. So as I explained, I wish Almu would come on this one. So this morning was an interesting walk. We all got up all nice and early. Tia had a mate come over and stay, but we had kind of arranged to get up nice and early. And that nice and early, let me just flip the screen around, basically mean that our dear friend alarm didn't get off. So I just dragged two grumpy kids that had stayed up all night last night because Maddie, the young girl there, had a sleepover with Tia, and they weren't too keen about getting up, but they were quite excited that Alma was going to be there. So absolutely brilliant, Almu. Her alarm clock didn't make it this morning, so we had to take some lovely children for a walk, and then we had to pile them with breakfast in the morning, and then they were happy. But it was a lovely walk, to be honest with you. We stayed in the centre, and you can see through the photos here, this is what the internal part of Sustainable City looks like. It's got these beautiful biodomes where they grow loads of plants, of which we get access to, as in you get vouchers every month, and you can have as many plants, or not as many plants, I think you get 8 vouchers per month. We get lots of basil. Basil's brilliant, and then we make a vegan pesto, which is really good. And this is basically Sustainable City. So we're all out this morning, even the dog as well, and obviously had a great day. Now, I've also been trying to collect some of the photos, and Teresa, I know you're on here at the moment. I brought up your photos yesterday. Anyone that's been doing any activities at the moment for this last month, please send me, especially over these last few days for a walk with Rio. I want to compile them together. I hadn't managed to do it tonight, only managed to get a few in, because I think I've mentioned before, everyone's doing their photos and sticking them on Instagram stories. Now, the problem with that, they disappear. So you might have seen last month, I was kind of screenshotting them, and it was just a nightmare. So if you can send me them, that's absolutely brilliant. Annie, you're brilliant if you're on here tonight. Zoe, you're good at this as well. So keep sending the photos, even if you stick it on social media, send them to me as well. If are any issues, stick them on Facebook, and I can take them off Facebook like last night. So let me tell you about what's happening. I know this is a bit repetitive, but this is literally what this is all about. So this weekend is our climb. Our climb is going to be with little Rio. As you can obviously see, let me just change this around. As you're going to see, we're going to climb this beautiful monument. Has anyone been to the Eiffel Tower? Has anyone climbed up the Eiffel Tower? Yes? There you go. hello@teamangelwolf.com. Send your photos. I think I proposed to my wife up the Eiffel Tower. I'm not going to say I think, because she'll kill me. And I did. So for us, it means the world to us. And there's other reasons as well. Like I kind of mentioned last night, my parents are based in France. They've got a lovely hotel in central France. And it is always a special place to go to. Paris is just a fantastic city anyway. We're kind of, I know we might be plant-based, but we're very gastronomic people. We do love food. And actually the days before being plant-based, yeah, we had some some beautiful meals, gourmet meals in Paris. And I remember, obviously, when you go with your wife to France, and we're talking, it's been a while since we've been back in Paris, but when you go to France and you rock up a restaurant and you tell them, I wasn't, and you tell them you're vegetarian, the French just don't get it. They're like, what? Vegetarian, c'est quoi ça? Je comprends pas. So yeah, they just didn't get it. So Tia had a lot of, Delphine had lots of omelettes, but they had truffle omelettes. I think that was her speciality that I think she lived on when we went to France. But as a gastronomic city, absolutely fantastic. And we want to climb there. And they do actually, just to let you know, for those that we don't know where these climb with Rios might go in the future, so we're going to repeat them every 6 months. So as we go through all the continents, and we'll finish in December. So like I said last night, we'll finish in Asia, then we start in January, we'll start back in Europe. maybe in the future we might be able to travel and do it actually live at one of those venues, which could be so cool. Obviously, as this builds, and I was talking to a few people today. I just mentioned it on Instagram. A lot of people kind of like thinking, how's this going to grow? And I reckon it's going to take us a good 6 months. But I think after that, this is just going to go viral, this little climb with Rio. So please get involved now. We're doing, as you can see, the Eiffel Tower on Saturday night. So we're going to climb, as it says there on the left, 6 o'clock in the evening, live UAE time, exactly the same time now. We'll be 12 minutes into the session on Saturday. And this is what we'll do every month. We will climb at 6 o'clock on the Saturday, but what we are saying to everyone, you don't have to climb with us live. You can climb at any time on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this time the 24th, 25th, 26th, and then just send us pics, send us videos, and we start collecting this and making a great story. So you're literally from tomorrow morning, wherever you are based, please go and climb. And just to give you some ideas, you know, there's some fantastic monuments and hills and mountains for those that are a bit more adventurous that you could actually climb. Let me just spin this around again, sorry. That you could climb over this weekend. And if you want to keep it nice and simple, I threw in Stonehenge. I've no idea at all is Stonehenge. It's probably about 15 meters, something along those lines. Eiffel Tower, by the way, is 300. Big Ben was 96. And the others, I'll have to kind of get back to you on that one. But yeah, there's a few big. I think there's Mont Blanc in there as well. There you go. And the Eiger. Well, there you go. So, the Dolomites. So you could be adventurous. Could take you 3 days. Who knows? Do a bit every day and climb the Eiger. There you go. So we want you to be as adventurous as possible. Big Ben for Teresa. Good girl. And be adventurous. Do whatever you want. But the main thing is just creating a story that's about you. Please tell your story, tell your friends, and then hopefully in the future more will join. Remember, next month we're going to Africa, so that's going to be quite cool. I'm actually trying to think where to climb. So we've got a lot of South Africans in Dubai, and there's a lot of South Africans that are part of Team Angel Wolf. So Africa's going to be lots of fun. And then the following month for September, we move into Australasia. So that's obviously Australia, New Zealand, and all the beautiful islands around. And we join the Antarctica as well. So that's our third continent. So just to keep repeating, these are all available on teamangelwolf.com. If you can fill this out, this is absolutely fantastic. Draw a little picture in the middle. That's why it's blank. So you can draw, photo, it really doesn't matter. We really want children to be as creators as possible, or adults. If you want to fill this in, it'd be absolutely great. And again, we did this discovery worksheet just to make it fun, make it great for kids to get involved in there. And as we even asked, draw some flags of some of the countries, so they're lots of fun. So please download them there. This is what the month is looking like. So these will be the climbs. So like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of every month. And just to kind of almost finish, I'm just going to throw one page in at the end. This is where we're going: July, August, September, October we're going to North America, November into South America, and then December we come back to Asia. Obviously Asia's huge. We're hoping, someone asked me today, how about actually climbing Burj Khalifa with Rio on my back physically? So we might need a few permissions. We might need some dignitaries to join us. I think that would be the nicest word. So we've got a few months to work on this, but that could be an absolutely spectacular way to finish the first series. Maybe it's a series 1. There you go. Could get it on Netflix. So literally that's what we're up to. I brought this slide up yesterday, but if you missed it, just to a little bit of inspiration before you start the weekend. I do love this because it just kind of alarms me every time I open this slide. I did this for a presentation, so it's totally up to date. Actually, it was just after the walks. We're down a little bit on the walks, just need to add 23 kilometers to the total distance, but that is the total distance that Rio has swam, biked and run with me and Tia over the last since November 2014, actually the 7th of November 2014, where we did our first ever race. It was what we call middle distance triathlon. So we thought, typically me, if we're going to do a race, let's do something big, let's make a difference. So we did 1.9 swim, 90k bike and a 21k run. Yeah, it killed me. I wasn't expecting that. That was our first race. So we started off our little journey. Rio was probably as big as this glass. Tiny. He was like 12. And if you look at some of the old photos, you know, we got this big cargo bike, which one day might be ready. He was lost in the bike. Now we've had to redesign, obviously, how he sits in it. So, you know, just a little bit of motivation. So if you need any inspiration about doing a climb at the weekend, just look at the races and the amount of races and everything that Rio has done. So it's pretty spectacular. There is 250 plus races that he's done. All right, guys, so that's going to be us. We'll just wrap up for tonight. If you've got any photos, again, please, I'd still like to bring the collages together. I love doing that every night because last night we brought some of the photos from when Afra did the Tour de France, which I think finished today. We've been in touch with Swift. Should I tell you a secret? It's in infancy. So I managed to get in touch with the CEO at Swift and asked him, can we build a cargo bike like our bike with Rio on it on Swift? Let's see. He likes the idea, but he's just like, God, it's going to be quite complex to do. And how cool would that be? But I've also turned around, look, if we do it, you need to make the resistance harder for when we're cycling, because it wouldn't make much sense. So when we're climbing or whatever, it is as tough as we are already. So there you go. Let's see. We will keep you informed. But can you imagine Team Angel Wolf has a cargo bike on Swift? But it also means what we're saying, anyone can ride the bike. But just how cool. I like being on Swift anyway and passing people and people passing me, etc., etc. But can you just imagine going by in your little Swift and you see the little screen and you got this little ride on thumbs up. So let's see. I wouldn't say a secret. We have sent the proposal out, but I didn't want to say anything yesterday till the proposal's gone. Let's see what happens. But the team at Swift have been absolutely fantastic. And for those that have known, obviously, the program, it's got a lot of people moving, especially during this period. So hats off to them. I like businesses. I love entrepreneurs that are successful and sometimes right time, right place. And Swift was just gone huge. So they've just done 5 days, I think it was, for the Tour de France. They had pro athletes, amateur athletes, and we had little Afra, who cycled, I think it was 21k with 1,500 meters of elevation. So we've got some photos of her. So keep sending all that stuff. We're not right to the end of the month. We've still got 7 days, even though we do Climb with Rio. It still doesn't mean Climb with Rio doesn't stop. It just means, you know, we've built it up. And what we'll probably do as well next month, just as a tip, we'll probably choose, which was quite cool, because a lot of people asked me today, oh, you should send this out to the French community. And I was like, oh my God, my mum and dad live in France, so I've sent everything to my mum and dad. Okay, they're not going to get it too much on TikTok. So I've sent it to my sister and she said, yeah, I'll share this with friends. Maybe we get some friends. But I was like thinking, should have maybe done this a little bit earlier. So anyway, that's in hindsight. So when we go to Africa, maybe in the first week, or choose where we're going, and then we'll connect with the local town, local city, maybe the monument, etc. We're sending all this off to the Eiffel Tower as well. We're putting it, obviously, all their hashtags as well. So who knows who might pick this up. I know we're going into Europe, but it's kind of nice for both parties. So I'm going to leave you there. Too much chatting. It's Thursday night. It's Thursday night. It's like weekend night. All right. So get walking, get climbing. Therese, I'm not sure when you're climbing, but wish you all the best. Zoe, obviously we're going to see each other because we're meeting some friends tomorrow because unfortunately they're leaving off to Austria. So Emma Holt, who's been a big part of Team Angel Wolf, always raced in our colours. She'll be unfortunately leaving us to go to different lands where there are lots of hills and lots of mountains. So she'll be a fantastic cyclist by the time we next race with her. But we're having a bit of a leaving do with her tomorrow night. So I'll see the family tomorrow. In the meantime, have a fantastic evening. I've gone on too much, and Khaled, you'd forgot the stopwatch, mate. All right, have a great evening. Take care. Bye.